Tim's Workshop. Back out here on the 1965 40 horse VW motor. Well, the last video I put in all the valves. I seated them, you know, with valve grind material, put it together, springs and everything, and started testing it. Well, it leaks around the valves. I get air bubbles, you know, put water in and air bubbles. Not just the exhaust valves, but also the intake. So they're not seating properly. How am I going to go about this? Everybody suggested get rid of the exhaust valves and get some new ones. So I did. I bought some brand new 1200 40 horse PEP 104 30 millimeter exhaust valves. Brand new. Look excellent. From eBay. Never used. I got a good deal on them. So we'll try it, and if I have good success, I may end up buying brand new intake valves too. What the next step is to take those exhaust valves out. I'm going to reseat them again, but this time I'm going to get some blue steel layout. It's kind of a paint, liquid is what it is. Get everything nice and clean, put it on, let it dry, to see if there's any blue remaining where the seats meet. If the blue is completely gone and the surface looks good, there's no pitting, then it should be good. It should seat perfectly. A little blue showing on one side still, keep going until that blue is all gone in the seating area. And that's how you use that stuff. Doing the valve grind over again, and then doing a little pressure test. I already replaced this exhaust valve, and I made a cap to put on it with a valve, piece of cutting board that I cut down. I put a gasket in there, a flat round gasket, rubber gasket. Put a little oil on it. I got that tightened down. I'll show you what I'm talking about. See that? It's holding at 5 pounds for this exhaust valve. So that's good. It does leak down a little bit, but very, very slow. And that's what you want. This is a good seat. I can't do the test for the intake because the port goes to both intakes. So I got to do both intakes. Get these out of here. There's one. Alright, this out of there. Okay, wipe it down. Get new cloth. Got the blue layout. Let's swirl that around while that's drying. We'll get this one ready to go. Put some compound on there. A little bit of oil. Okay, put this in there. Okay, that one slid in. I've had a couple of these where I had to run the honing through it. I went to push it in and it was like, it was too tight. This one's good. Put this roll of tape on the two studs there. Get my tool. Push it down there and lap it. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Clean that off. The grind material gets on this pad. Let's get this all cleaned up. Okay. Look how clean that is. Yeah, you can't say that's not a good seat. The seat on this is good. That's why I bought this thing, because you can push down with this pointing up. I think that's a better way of seating than going sideways with a drill motor. And now I can test it with my vacuum gauge. That worked really well. This is cleaned up. Put a little oil on it. And put that back in. Okay, now it's tight. All right, and then we put a little cloth down it. Roll it up. Okay, got all that stuff out of there. Let's try it again. Okay. Okay, now a little oil. You don't want to fight this thing going in there. If you're fighting it, it's either the grit from compound or whatever. So you clean it out and just make sure that this will slide in. Then you're good to go. Just like that. Okay. All right. So that's in. So now we put it back together. Socket there. Keeping this together makes it faster, and putting it back together. Okay. So I got that one in. Well, you want to make sure you tap them a little bit, make sure they're in there. Okay, now I'm going to do this one. There we go. We're almost done. With the video anyway. We'll see how this works. I know the exhaust valve, man, that worked good. I tightened it up a little bit more than I've been doing, so we'll see. First, give this thing a tap. Make sure it's all the way down. Okay. Now, let's flip it up. All right. Get this on there like that, and the gauge. Okay, that. All right, well, let's see how we come out here. Straighten off slow. It's not totally secure. but that's okay. It's slow. That's good enough. Because I'm not replacing the intake valves. No reason to. So that's it. So I got one exhaust valve to change yet, this one. And then we're going to be moving on with the lawn block installation. And I'm not going to worry about these intakes until I get it running. And you know, check the compression and see how it runs. If it runs good, I'm not going to worry about the intakes. The exhausts, though, they were they weren't very good. They're all pitted, and you know, I tried to sand this off, but I found out that you don't want to do that. You got to keep the actual dimensions, and if you start shaving on this thing on the surface, you change the performance of the engine. So you don't want to do that. You just buy new valves, and then you're per spec. So that's it for this these head videos. One thing I want to do, make sure the jugs are seating on the outside diameter of this. If they're seating good, I should be able to do those by hand, right? Just like, you know, the valves, but bigger. Get that done before I put the put everything together. And that should be it. So until next video, we'll see ya.